Hey girl, it is me, Miss Dover, and welcome back to my channel. We are back with part 4 of how to online date with purpose, and today we are talking about fruit inspection. I had to check out my note and make sure I was on the right title. Fruit inspection. It's important when we online dating because, and when when I say fruit inspection, I feel like I say that all the time when I'm about to explain something. When I say fruit inspection, I'm talking about being very discerning when it comes to profiles. We got to inspect that fruit. Inspecting the fruit on somebody's profile will save us a lifetime of trauma, trouble and trauma when it comes to online dating. And before I get too far, I do want to give my intro. I know a lot of people don't really care for online dating or feel like a believer or Christian should not be doing so. But I would like to think that God can use anything, and while I don't have the best experience online dating in the past, I do know that there are individuals who do. And so because I know that, this is a tool that people are going to use and that is here, I would rather them do it in purpose and with God on the mind and on the brain and on the heart than just to be doing it and doing stuff the world's way. And so, yes, today we're talking about fruit inspection, and the profiles be talking. The profiles be talking, but sometimes that picture be looking so good that you be like, yo, whatever, let me go ahead and respond to this message. But we can't be doing that. We can't be led by our little, flutters or butterflies in the stomach. We have to be led by truth, and we have to be discerning. We have to have wisdom when we are in spaces like that. Because, it's needed. It's needed. It's needed. It's needed. And when I say discern what's on the profiles, if they don't have an about me section, I'm gonna just say what I found useful for me. If they didn't have an about me section, what it said to me, and I could be wrong, but if they didn't take the time out to write an about me section, do you know anything about yourself? Do you have a competent sentence to put together? Or do you not know how to, are you comfortable talking? Like, if I get in front of you, do you even know how to hold a conversation? Because you can't even put a couple sentences about you in your about me section. Like, it shows a lack of effort. It's like, do you really want to be here? Are you just here to hook up? Which is why you're not really trying to say too much about yourself, because it's like, oh, I ain't on here for all of that, I'm just on here trying to get in somebody's face and get them to compromise their standards. Like, why don't you have an about me section? Stuff like that, things like that. And sometimes you can write stuff off, oh, he's a guy, guys are quiet, guys don't really do stuff like that. He on this site. If I had to do it, then he need to do it. If he didn't bring himself on this site, then he needs to do it. He needs to write an about me section. And if he doesn't, although it's not, a bad thing, it is still something that you can discern. Okay, yeah, I might need to let this go, because even if you're wrong, sometimes we have to do stuff with the possibility of us being wrong, because your time is just that valuable. If you ain't wasting your time writing no about me section, I'm not wasting my time responding to no message, because you already showing signs of he probably ain't got no goals. And I'm not trying to bash nobody, but we cannot I'm trying to find the best word. We cannot waste our time or ignore, that our actions or lack of action, it still communicates something. It still communicates something. Even when you're not saying something, even when you don't do something, you still said something. And so I feel like if somebody is not writing an about me section, although you didn't say anything, you're still saying something. And that's for me to discern. But you ain't saying nothing, but you got a picture with your shirt off trying to show your chest muscles, and you trying to entice and make people lust after you. See, you have to discern those type of things, because it lets you know where people head at. It lets you know where they mind at, and it lets you know what's important to them. The words aren't important, but the physical stuff is. So that's telling you right there, oh, he ain't looking for nothing but physical connection. Again, fruit inspection on them pictures. What are the pictures saying? Are all of the pictures him with his eyes like this, all up in the camera trying to look sexy? Are they of him in the club all the time? And if that's something that you're not interested in, that might be something that you need to run away from. Is it him looking like a thug with his pants sagging and his flag showing and all of this stuff? Like, we have to pay attention to these things and inspect the fruit on these sites, on these profiles, because that's, again, I'm a stickler for not wasting time. And I feel like this step allows you to see whether or not you could possibly be wasting your time in reaching back out or reaching out to this individual before words are exchanged. When I was online dating, I was so tired of, hey, how you doing, and what you doing this week. Like, it's annoying, it's tiring, and a lot of times they didn't even deserve my response. But I was like so bored and was like, oh, I got time today. I got time today. I'm bored and I want to be up in somebody's face. But I would end up in their face, and it would just be like, child, you should have went with your first mind and not done this. Like, now you up here looking silly and want to go home because you was bored. All because you was bored. And so, yeah, that's my advice. If you are on the online dating sites and on these profiles, pay attention. They're there for a reason. Pay attention to these profiles and see what individuals are saying without saying anything. These profiles are telling you what people think is important, what they value, what they don't think is important, what they don't value, or what they feel is, if they feel like this is serious. And when I say this, I'm talking about the whole dating online thing. Like, if they're seriously doing it, sometimes you can tell. Now, sometimes dudes be putting the whole, profile be at 100% complete and still be on game. So, like I said, with online dating, you just never know what you are going to get. And that's a risk that you take when you do so. Because, there are fakes, there are frauds. However, with discernment and with inspecting fruit, righteous judging, and realizing what's important to you, you can eventually see, okay, no, he ain't talking about that, yeah, this doesn't deserve the investment of my time. I can bypass this and it's okay. Like, there's another fish out there in the sea, and every time I get, every profile I see does not deserve my communication. It doesn't deserve, an investment. Did I just say that? An investment of my time. And yeah, so be watchful. Again, be sober-minded out here in these online dating streets, because it's needed. And yeah, I think I said pictures. I said about me sections. Yeah, and even if they do have words in the about me section, like what are they saying? What are they saying? We have to be literal. We have to be serious, especially if you're desiring a Christ-filled relationship, a Christ-centered relationship. It's serious. It's that serious. It's that it's that serious. It's that deep, and that's just how I feel. So yeah, that is part 4 of how to online date with purpose. Fruit inspection, okay, is needed. And stay tuned for part 5. I will see y'all then.